Hello ladies and gentle cars, and welcome back to our F125 My Team career. Last time in Miami, we scored massive points after Charles Leclerc spun not only in the sprint race, but also in the feature, bringing our first red flag of the career. But those points have brought us up to P5 in the Constructors, 2 points ahead of Williams, and 6 points ahead of our first rival team, Racing Bulls. Now before we get into qualifying, we actually have our first driver talks with Franco Colapinto. Anyways, now that that's done, let's head into qualifying for Imola, our first race in Europe. Alright, then here we go for our second lap in Q2. We're currently in the elimination zone, all the way down in P16. Hopefully we can get a good lap here, but Imola is not my strongest track, so I don't think we're going to be improving much. Oh my goodness. Alright, out of the final corner we come. Blast overtake to the finish. Where do we come out? P13. Alright, I'll take it. Alright, Lando Norris leads the field by 4/10 in Q2, followed by Verstappen and Hamilton. But out is Oscar Piastri, Jack Doohan, ourselves as Paul Aron, Lance Stroll, Nico Hulkenberg, and Fernando Alonso. With all that done, let's head to the race.
Welcome to Imola, the spiritual home of Ferrari. But you don't need me to tell you that. Just look at the red-clad Tifosi in the grandstands. They're ready. Are you ready? For the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track, 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Tsunoda, George Russell, and Antonelli, Ocon, Lawson, Albon, and Oscar Piastri, Doohan, Norris, Paul Aron, and Stroll, Hulkenberg, Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly, and Carlos Sainz, Behrman, Hadjar, Bortoleto, and Franco Colapinto rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello. And the whole world of Formula One can't exist the way we do, walking with smiles on our faces and loving our time together. This new outfit has got a bit of a rivalry going, and I get the feeling a few noses are being put out of joint here.
Well, that's a good thing though, Crofty. You know what? If you're a member of that team, the new 11th team, take it as a backhanded compliment. It means you're doing very well, too well, and the other teams don't like it.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Alright, well, considering the fact that we have Lando Norris starting ahead of us, I don't think that we're going to be able to make up much positions off the start. Mark wants us to go 2 stops, starting on softs, going mediums and hards. I'm going to listen to him, and we're going to go through with that. And that's lights out, and away we go. Norris and Doohan both had bad starts. We're going to thread the needle between them. Get side by side with Oscar Piastri. We're going to get boxed in between him and Albon. Doohan is on our inside. I'm going to try and leave him space. Alright, well, we've survived turn 1, and we're up to P11. Somehow we've passed Norris. But I just know that later on in the race, he's going to come back and overtake us. Albon and Piastri still going too wide through these corners. Oh, Lawson's ahead. No, we need it. No, wait, hold on. Okay, we need to make up some positions here. He is our rival.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
Racing Bulls are our rival. We need to catch up to Lawson, and we need to fight with him. Okay, hopefully Piastri can pass him here. Let's go, he does. I don't know what I just did on the outside of Albon there, but we are right behind Lawson.
We're accumulating somewhere on the MGUK. To manage this, we're going to need to lower our ERS deployment mode.
Alright, great. We're having engine troubles already. Only lap 2 we're having engine problems. That's great. Alright, let's hopefully get a good run on him here. Yeah, I just have such insane straight line speed. I don't know if I'm going to be able to overtake him. No, Ocon, please fight him. Ah, no. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay, I need Piastri to go get away from Lawson. And I need Ocon to fight him. Come on, Ocon. Okay, no moves being made by Ocon yet. Albon has dropped down behind Norris, so that might be an indicator that these softs are starting to fall away. Esteban Ocon is outside of the DRS of Liam Lawson, so we're going to pass Ocon here, and hopefully we can catch up to Lawson now that we're in a bit cleaner air. Alright, Norris has passed Ocon, and now he's on our tail. We might be losing a position here yet again. Especially if I go into the gravel like that. Oh, that dip in the gravel made us lose so much time to Lawson. He's so far ahead.
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Alright, well there goes Norris. Through he goes. He locks up a bit into turn 1. There was no way we were going to be able to defend against him. Alright, here we go for our first pit of the race. Hopefully Norris can catch up to Lawson and slow each other down, so we can get the undercut on them. Perfect time. Hopefully we can get out before Albon, because he was also on softs. I think we will.
Alright, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
Alright, lap 9, a few of them have come into pit, and we're going to make up a few positions there. Alright, that is Lawson into the pits, and Colapinto as well. Hopefully we did good enough so where we get the undercut here.
Franco's in the pits. Franco is in the pits.
I'm going to blast overtake down the straight. Do we pass him? Yes, we do. We're past Lawson up to P11. That's a few more drivers in the pits. That's Alonso and Bortoletto. And we're up to P9. Okay, Lawson has just passed Albon. That is not good. He's already closing in on us. Alright, the drivers up at the front have come into the pits, but I doubt that we'll be able to make any positions here because they were just so far ahead from us. Oh, we might make a few positions here. I did not want to risk a move on Verstappen there. Alright, well we're up to P7, but Russell is ahead on fresh hards, so it's only a matter of time until we lose this position to him. Alright, then there goes Russell, and here comes Piastri.
Now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Oh my goodness. Alright, we're up to P5. Alright, Hamilton behind us now.
That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. And the time last lap, 1:45.0.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, they're on fresh hards.
Alright, well I was gonna try and see if the drivers ahead are gonna pit again, or if they're going for a one stop, but I guess Mark isn't giving us that information. Alright, well we've lost DRS to Hamilton, and Norris is right back there. That evil orange car.
Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Alright, through goes Norris. We're back down to P7, but we are pinning this lap, so it's not too bad. Alright, here we come for our second stop of the race. Alright, Lawson's gonna go on through, but he's gonna pit any lap now. Alright, that's Liam Lawson into the pits. So are a few other drivers. I'm gonna blast overtake. Yeah, we should be coming out ahead of them. Yeah, we're good. Alright, back up to P9 we go, ahead of Lawson. At the rate that Lawson's catching us, it might come down to a last lap fight between the two of us.
Lawson behind, and the time last lap, 1 minute 21.2. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old.
Oh no. Yeah, that's not good. Oh yeah, he's already within DRS range. Alright, here we go. 3 laps of fighting with Lawson for these very valuable 2 points in the rivalry.
Some information on Behrman for you. They're retiring from the race.
There goes Behrman. First retirement and yellow flag of the race, so I went a bit wide there. Lawson is hot on our tail. Alright, here comes Lawson with that DRS. There is a yellow flag at the beginning of turn 1 though.
Yellow flag.
Oh, he bumps the side of us a bit there. I don't know who was ahead of the yellow flag there. Alright, I guess Lawson takes that. I was kind of expecting him to back out of it because of the yellow flag, but he stuck it on through. Alright, we're gonna have DRS on him for this last lap. Hopefully we can overtake him here. Dip my tires on the gravel a bit there. Gonna blast some overtake and use some DRS here. Gonna go to his inside. Oh, went a bit wide there. Come on. And we go through to P9. Oh my goodness. After that fight, Max Verstappen wins in Imola, and the 2 Ferraris finish the podium in P2 and P3. Alright, I think we got this. Coming out of the final corner, I don't think Lawson's gonna have enough room to overtake us here. But we come out on top of that rivalry in P9.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
To overcome the difficult circumstances they face throughout this race today, Crofty, it's not easy, and it really shows a lot of maturity, and you can use this, you can draw on this as a driver moving forward and boost your confidence through the rest of the championship.
It's been a hard afternoon of brilliant racing, but now it's time for some proper celebrations. The podium awaits. One of the all-time greats celebrates yet again. It's another podium, it's another top step for Max Verstappen.
Alright, then that is the end of kind of a lackluster race. But we finish on top of that rivalry to P9. Liam Lawson is down in P10, but Max Verstappen takes the win. Charles Leclerc follows through to P2. Hamilton stays P3. Norris made quite a good race from P12 up to P4. Then Russell, Piastri, Antonelli, Tsunoda, ourselves as Paul Aron, and our rival Liam Lawson finishes off the points. But as for the standings, that puts us 4 points ahead of Williams and now 7 points ahead of Racing Bulls. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time for Monaco.